My beloved child, I need you to stop everything right now. Whatever task is pulling at your attention, whatever worry is consuming your thoughts, whatever pressure is building in your chest, set it all down for this moment. Just this one moment, because I have been waiting to speak to you, and what I have to say cannot wait any longer. I see you. I see you in ways no one else does, in ways you do not even see yourself. I see beyond the mask you wear when you walk into a room. I see past the smile you force when someone asks how you are doing. I see through the practiced responses, the careful composure, the performance you have perfected over years of hiding your true self. I see the real you, the you that lies awake at 3 in the morning with a mind that will not stop racing. The you that sits in the shower and lets the water mix with your tears so no one can tell you have been crying. The you that pulls into the driveway and sits in the car for 10 minutes, gathering the strength to walk inside and be what everyone needs you to be. I see the exhaustion that lives in your bones, the kind that sleep cannot touch because it runs deeper than physical tiredness. I see the weight pressing down on your chest that makes even breathing feel like work. I see the constant vigilance, the endless mental calculations, the never-ending worry about whether you are doing enough, being enough, keeping it all together well enough. You are tired, beloved, not just tired in body, though that is real. You are tired in soul, tired in spirit. Tired in that deep place where no human eye can see and no human hand can reach. But I see it. I have always seen it. Every moment you have felt invisible, I saw you. Every time you have felt forgotten, I remembered you. Every second you have felt alone, I was right there beside you, closer than your own breath. And I am here now, speaking directly to the hidden parts of you that are desperate for comfort, for relief, for someone to finally understand the depth of what you are carrying. So breathe with me, slow and deep. Let your shoulders drop from where they have been hunched up near your ears. Let your jaw unclench. Let your hands open from the fists they have been forming without you even realizing it. I am taking the weight. Right now, in this very moment, I am reaching down and lifting the burden that has been crushing you. The anxiety that wraps around your throat and makes it hard to breathe. The fear that paints your future in dark, terrifying colors. The melancholy that has drained the color from your present. I am taking it all. This is not yours to carry alone. It was never meant to be, so let it go. Stop gripping so tightly to the illusion of control. Stop believing that if you just worry hard enough, think long enough, plan carefully enough, you can prevent bad things from happening. You cannot, but I can hold you through anything that comes, and that is better than control. That is better than certainty. That is better than having all the answers. Being held by me is better than any false security you try to manufacture through endless worry, so release it. Let it fall from your hands like sand slipping through your fingers. I have you, and I am not letting go. Now I want to talk to you about something I have noticed, something beautiful and heartbreaking all at once. You pray for everyone else. Your prayers are filled with the names of people you love. You intercede for your children with a fierceness that brings tears to your eyes. You lift up your spouse, asking me to heal the distance that has grown between you. You stand in the gap for your parents, your siblings, your friends, your co-workers. You carry their burdens as if they were your own. You lose sleep over their struggles. You feel their pain as deeply as if it were happening to you, and that moves my heart. It truly does. Your compassion, your selflessness, your willingness to lay down your own needs for the sake of others. I see it all, and it reflects my own heart back to me. But I also see something else. I see that you rarely pray for yourself. When it comes to your own needs, you go quiet. You minimize your pain, telling yourself it is not that bad, that others have it worse, that you should be able to handle this on your own. You push your own struggles to the back of the line, always making room for everyone else while leaving yourself standing outside in the cold. And so you suffer in silence. You endure alone. You keep giving from a cup that has been empty for so long you cannot remember what it felt like to be full. But beloved, I am here to tell you something that you desperately need to hear. Your pain matters to me, not less than theirs, not as an afterthought. Not as something I will get to when I have time left over after taking care of everyone else. Your pain matters just as much. Your struggles are just as important. Your needs are just as urgent. Your heart is just as deserving of care, attention, and tender love. You are not an inconvenience to me. You are not bothering me when you bring your problems to my throne. You are not too much, too needy, too broken, too messy. You are my child. And there is nothing you could ask, nothing you could need, nothing you could bring to me that would ever make me turn away from you. So I am giving you permission today, permission you should not need but somehow do, to pray for yourself, to speak your own name before me, to bring your own burdens to my feet, to ask for help, for relief, for healing, for provision, for rest. It is not selfish, it is honest. And I honor honesty far more than I honor pretense. So tell me what you need right now. Not what you think you should need, not what sounds spiritual or appropriate or humble. Tell me what you actually, desperately, urgently need in this moment. Do you need rest? Tell me. Do you need financial relief? Tell me. Do you need healing in your body? Tell me. Do you need peace in your mind? Tell me. Do you need to feel loved, seen, valued, wanted? Tell me. I am listening. Not with impatience, waiting for you to hurry up and get to the point so I can move on to more important matters. Not with judgment, tallying up how many times you have asked for the same thing and wondering when you will finally get it together. Not with disappointment, wishing you were stronger, more faithful, more capable of handling this on your own. I am listening with love, pure, unfiltered, unconditional love, the kind of love that has no agenda except your wholeness, the kind of love that desires nothing except your healing, the kind of love that asks nothing in return except that you receive it. So speak, beloved, tell me everything. The things that keep you awake at night, the fears that steal your peace during the day, the hurts that resurface when you least expect them, the disappointments that have accumulated over the years like stones in your pocket, weighing you down. Tell me about the relationship that is breaking your heart. Tell me about the financial pressure that makes it hard to breathe. Tell me about the health issue that terrifies you. Tell me about the loneliness that aches like a physical wound. Do not filter it. Do not clean it up. Do not make it sound better than it is. I want the raw truth, the messy, complicated, painful reality of what you are actually experiencing, because I do not need you to be polished. I need you to be real. And when you are real with me, when you bring me the unvarnished truth of your struggle, that is when my power can truly meet you. Not in your strength, but in your weakness. Not in your certainty, but in your doubt. Not in your faith, but in your desperate need for mine. So come as you are, broken, exhausted, confused, angry, afraid. Come exactly as you are and let me love you back to life. Now I want you to think back with me for a moment. I need you to remember, because memory is a powerful weapon against fear. Do you remember the time when you thought it was over, when you could not see any way forward, when every door was closed and every option was exhausted? Do you remember how you felt in that moment? The panic, the desperation, the crushing weight of impossibility. But then something happened. A door opened that you did not even know existed. A provision came from a source you never expected. A solution presented itself in a way you could never have orchestrated, and you made it through. Maybe you told yourself it was luck. Maybe you called it coincidence. Maybe you credited your own resourcefulness or someone else's kindness. But it was me. I was the one who opened that door. I was the one who provided that resource. I was the one who orchestrated that solution. I have been taking care of you all along, beloved. Not just in the big, dramatic moments, but in 1,000 small ways you never even noticed. The car accident that almost happened but did not. The illness that could have been devastating but was not. The financial crisis that should have destroyed you but somehow you survived. Those were not accidents. Those were not lucky breaks. That was me standing between you and harm, protecting you, providing for you, fighting battles on your behalf that you did not even know were being waged. I have delivered you before, more times than you realize, more times than you can count, and what I did then, I am doing now. The same God who made a way before is making a way now. The same God who provided is providing. The same God who protected is protecting. The same God who healed is healing. I do not change, beloved. My character is the same yesterday, today, and forever. My faithfulness does not fluctuate with circumstances. My commitment to you does not waver when times get hard. So when fear whispers that this time is different, when anxiety screams that this time you will not make it, I need you to remember. Remember my track record. Remember my faithfulness. Remember that I have never failed you and I am not about to start now. You are going to get through this. Not because you are strong enough on your own, but because my strength is limitless and it is available to you. Not because you have it all figured out, but because I know the way even when you cannot see it. Not because the path is clear, but because I am the light that guides you through the darkest valley. Trust me, beloved. I have earned your trust through years of proven faithfulness, and I will prove myself faithful again. Now I am going to give you 3 keys. These are not burdens. These are not religious obligations designed to make your life harder. These are keys that unlock the door to the peace you have been desperately searching for. Listen carefully, because these 3 things, practiced consistently, will transform your experience of life. The first key is this: surrender your entire heart to me, not 90%. Not the parts that seem acceptable or manageable or safe to release, all of it. Every broken piece, every scared corner, every angry outcry, every doubting whisper. Give me the whole thing. I know that terrifies you. I know you have been hurt by people you trusted with pieces of your heart. I know you have learned to keep certain parts locked away where no one, not even me, can reach them. But I am not like the people who hurt you. I will not betray your trust. I will not weaponize your vulnerability. I will not use your honesty against you. I am safe, completely, totally, absolutely safe. And when you give me your whole heart, something powerful happens in the spiritual realm. You become anchored. Think about a ship in a storm. If the anchor is only partially set, if it is not fully embedded in the ocean floor, the ship gets tossed around violently by every wave. It spins, it crashes, it takes on water, it is at the mercy of the storm. But when the anchor is fully set, when it is driven deep and secured completely, then the ship may rock with the waves, but it does not get carried away. It holds its position, it weathers the storm. That is what complete surrender does for you. When you anchor your heart fully in me, the storms of life still come, the waves still crash, the wind still howls, but you do not get tossed around helplessly anymore. You hold steady, you remain secure. You weather the storm because you are anchored in something that cannot be moved. So I am asking you today to stop holding back. Stop dividing your trust between me and your own understanding. Stop trying to maintain control over certain areas of your life while releasing others to me. Stop protecting yourself from the very one who wants to protect you. Give me everything. The fear you have been managing, the anger you have been suppressing, the control you have been gripping, the outcome you have been trying to force, all of it. Trust me with your marriage, even when it feels broken beyond repair. Trust me with your children, even when you cannot protect them from every pain. Trust me with your health, even when the diagnosis scares you. Trust me with your finances, even when the numbers do not add up. Trust me with your future, even when you cannot see how it will possibly work out. Complete trust, total surrender. Wholehearted devotion. This is the first key, and it unlocks a peace that circumstances cannot steal. The second key is this: practice gratitude aggressively. Right now, today, in the middle of whatever you are facing, no matter how difficult or painful or overwhelming, thank me. I know that sounds impossible. I know your mind immediately goes to all the reasons why there is nothing to be thankful for. I know the pain is real and the struggle is legitimate and the difficulty is not imagined. But gratitude is not about denying reality. It is about choosing to see beyond the immediate circumstances to the deeper truth of my goodness. Gratitude is a weapon, beloved. It shatters the lies that say nothing good is happening in your life. It exposes the deception that says I have abandoned you. It destroys the narrative that says your situation is hopeless. When you practice gratitude in the midst of hardship, something shifts in the spiritual atmosphere. The darkness does not seem quite so dark anymore. The weight does not feel quite so heavy. The fear loses some of its paralyzing grip, because gratitude is like turning on a light in a pitch-black room. The room does not change. The furniture is still in the same place. The walls are still the same color, but suddenly you can see. You can navigate. You can find your way. You can perceive things that were hidden in the darkness. That is what gratitude does for your soul. It removes the blindfold that despair has placed over your eyes. It helps you see the blessings that have been there all along, hidden beneath the layers of pain and difficulty. So thank me right now for something. Thank me for the breath in your lungs that allows you to read these words. Thank me for the mind that can comprehend them, even when it feels foggy and overwhelmed. Thank me for the heart that is still beating, still hoping, still believing somewhere deep down that things can get better. Thank me for the roof over your head, even if it is not the home you dreamed of. Thank me for the food in your pantry, even if it is less than you wish it was. Thank me for the people who love you, even if they love imperfectly. Thank me for the lessons you have learned through hardship, even though you wish you could have learned them another way. Thank me for the strength you have gained through struggle, even though the struggle itself has been excruciating. Thank me for this very trial, because I am using it to refine you, to strengthen you, to prepare you for what I have planned next. And thank me for the ability to give thanks, because in a world drowning in despair, the fact that you can still find something to be grateful for is itself a miracle. As you practice this daily, as you make gratitude a habit rather than an occasional feeling, you will begin to notice something. Your perspective starts to shift. You start seeing more things to be thankful for. You start recognizing my hand at work in places you previously missed. You start experiencing moments of joy even in the midst of ongoing difficulty. Gratitude does not change your circumstances, but it changes you. And when you change, everything changes. So speak it out loud right now, even if your voice shakes, even if tears are streaming down your face, even if you do not fully feel it yet. Say thank you, say it by faith, trusting that as you speak it, your heart will begin to align with your words. Thank me for something, anything, and watch what begins to shift in your spirit. The third key is this: share this love with someone else today. I know you are hurting. I know you feel depleted. I know it seems like you barely have enough for yourself, let alone something to give away. But this is one of the great mysteries of my kingdom. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you pour out, the more I pour in. When you take the comfort I am giving you right now and extend it to someone else who is suffering, something supernatural happens. Your own healing accelerates. Your own burden becomes lighter. Your own joy multiplies. Because love is not meant to be hoarded. It is not meant to be stored up and protected and kept safe. Love is meant to flow. You are not a reservoir designed to collect and contain my blessings. You are a river designed to receive and release, to let the life-giving water flow through you to thirsty souls downstream. And when you keep the river flowing, when you let my love move through you to others, you position yourself to receive even more. Because I can trust you with more when I know you will not hoard it for yourself. So look around you today. Who is hurting in silence? Who is wearing a mask of strength while crumbling inside? Who needs to be seen, to be heard, to be reminded that they matter? You know who they are, because you recognize in them the same pain you carry in yourself. The co-worker who has been snapping at everyone because they are under crushing pressure at home. The friend who has gone quiet because they are too ashamed to admit they are struggling. The family member who always seems fine but whose eyes betray a deep sadness. The neighbor who waves and smiles but who you sense is profoundly lonely. Reach out to them, not with advice, not with judgment, not with empty platitudes or religious cliches, but with presence. Send a text that says, "I have been thinking about you. How are you really doing?" Make a phone call that says, "I know we have not talked in a while, but you have been on my heart." Sit with them in their pain without trying to fix it or minimize it or rush them through it. Just be there, be my hands, be my voice, be my heart. Show them the same compassion I am showing you right now. And as you do this, as you give away what I am pouring into you, you will discover something remarkable. There is always more grace, more strength, more peace, more comfort, more love, because my supply is infinite. And the more you pour out, the more I pour in, and the cycle continues in a beautiful rhythm of giving and receiving, receiving and giving. This is how my kingdom works, beloved. We rise by lifting others. We heal by helping others heal. We find purpose by serving those around us. So do not wait until you feel completely whole before you reach out. Do not wait until you have it all together before you extend compassion. Do not wait until you are strong before you offer strength to someone else. Give from your brokenness, serve from your weakness, love from your pain, and watch how I multiply it. These three keys, complete surrender, intentional gratitude, and generous love, they work together. They create a cycle of blessing that breaks the power of anxiety, shatters the grip of fear, and opens the door to a peace that circumstances cannot disturb. So commit to them today, not perfectly, because perfection is not the goal and never has been, but consistently. Practice them daily, make them habits. Let them become the rhythm of your life, and watch what I do. Now I need to address something very specific, something that has been weighing heavily on your heart. That prayer you prayed last week, the one you whispered in the darkness when sleep would not come, the one you sobbed through, barely able to form coherent words. The one you thought might not have made it past the ceiling because the silence afterward felt so heavy, so complete, so final. I heard it, every single word, every broken syllable, every desperate plea, every wordless groan that your spirit uttered when language failed you. I heard it all. And I want you to know that it moved me. Your prayer did not bounce off the ceiling and fall back to the ground unheard. It did not get lost in the noise of millions of other prayers. It did not fail to reach me because you did not say the right words or pray with enough faith or have the correct theological understanding. Your prayer pierced the heavens and landed directly in my heart, and I am answering. But I need you to understand something about how I answer prayers, because this is where faith often falters. The answer is not always what you expected. It does not always arrive on your preferred timeline. It is not always packaged the way you hoped or anticipated or demanded, because I see what you cannot see. I know what you do not know. I understand the full scope of your situation in ways you never could, seeing not just the present moment but the past that led to it and the future it is leading to. And I love you too much to give you what would ultimately hurt you, even if it is what you think you desperately need right now. So yes, I am answering your prayer, but the answer is coming in my way, in my timing, through my methods. And while you wait for the full manifestation of that answer, I need you to trust me. I know waiting is hard. I know it tests every ounce of faith you have managed to scrape together. I know it feels like nothing is happening, like I am not moving, like your situation is stuck in permanent limbo. But waiting is not wasted time. It is preparation time. While you are waiting, I am working. I am positioning people and circumstances in ways you cannot see. I am removing obstacles that would have blocked your blessing. I am preparing your heart to receive what you have asked for, because sometimes the very thing you are asking for would crush you if you received it right now before you are ready to carry it. So I wait, not to punish you, not to test your patience arbitrarily, not because I enjoy watching you struggle, but to prepare you, to strengthen you, to mature you, to grow you into the person who can steward the blessing you are asking for. And while you wait, I need you to be wise. Do not make decisions out of desperation. Do not act impulsively because you are frustrated with the delay. Do not rush into situations just to make anything happen because the waiting has become unbearable. Do not take on debt trying to force open a door I have not unlocked yet. Do not compromise your values because the pressure feels too intense. Do not settle for less because you are tired of believing for more. Wait for my peace, because when the right door opens, when the right opportunity presents itself, when the right answer arrives, you will know. Not because you will have perfect clarity about every detail or complete certainty about how it will all work out, but because you will have peace, a deep, settled, unshakable peace that rises from the core of your being and says, yes, this is right, this is from God, this is the way forward. And when you do not have that peace, when something feels forced or pressured or driven by fear or anxiety, that is your signal to wait. Because I would rather have you wait in my will than rush ahead into your own way. The delay that keeps you in my perfect plan is better than the speed that takes you off course. So be patient, beloved, trust the wait, trust the process. Trust that I know exactly what I am doing, even when it does not make sense to you. And while you wait, there is one more thing I need you to do. Guard your heart, guard your dreams, guard your vision. I know you are excited about what I am doing in your life. I know you want to share it with the people around you, the people you love, the people you think will celebrate with you. But not everyone will. Not everyone is capable of rejoicing over what I am birthing in you. Some people will be threatened by your growth because it highlights their stagnation. Some will be jealous of your breakthrough because they are still stuck in their own bondage. Some will try to discourage you, not necessarily because they are malicious, but because they cannot envision for you what they have never experienced for themselves. And some will remind you of your past failures as evidence that this new thing cannot possibly succeed. They will say, remember last time, remember when you tried before and it did not work out. Who do you think you are to believe it will be different this time? And if you are not careful, their words will plant seeds of doubt that will choke out the very thing I am trying to grow in you. So I am telling you today, guard what I am doing in your life. Do not cast your pearls before swine. Do not share your vision with people who do not have the spiritual capacity to honor it. Do not expose tender, fragile dreams to harsh criticism before they have had a chance to grow strong. Keep it close for now. Let it develop in the secret place where only you and I can tend to it. Let me nurture it, protect it, strengthen it before you bring it out into the open where others can see it. There will come a time to share. There will be a season to go public, to let the world see what I have been building in the hidden place. But that time is not now. Right now, in this season, discretion is wisdom, silence is strength, hiddenness is protection, so walk quietly with me. Listen for my voice above all other voices. Follow my leading step by step, even when you cannot see more than one step ahead. Trust that I am guiding you perfectly, even through the fog. And know that I am protecting what I am building in you from forces that would try to destroy it before it has a chance to fully form. Now I need to speak to something that goes even deeper than your current circumstances. The wounds from your past, the things that were done to you that were not your fair, that you did not deserve, that you had no control over. The words that were spoken over you that shaped your self-image in damaging ways. The experiences that taught you the world is not safe, people cannot be trusted, and love always comes with conditions. I know what happened to you, beloved. I know who hurt you. I know what was stolen from you. I know what was broken in you, and I was there, not as a distant observer watching from heaven with detached interest. I was there, right beside you, feeling every bit of pain as if it were my own. When they said those cruel words, I heard them and my heart broke. When they violated your trust, I felt the betrayal cut through you like a knife. When they abandoned you in your moment of greatest need, I stayed and I held you even though you could not feel my presence. I was there through all of it, and I want you to know something that you desperately need to hear. What they said about you was not true. The names they called you do not define you. The labels they put on you do not determine your identity. The way they treated you does not reflect your value, because they were speaking from their own brokenness. Hurt people, and the cruelty they showed you had far more to do with their own unhealed wounds than it ever had to do with who you actually are. You are not what they said you were. You are who I say you are. And I say you are beloved. I say you are chosen. I say you are precious beyond measure. I say you are fearfully and wonderfully made, created with intention and purpose, formed with care and delight. I say you are mine, and nothing that was done to you, nothing that was said about you, nothing that was taken from you can change that fundamental truth. So I am asking you today to begin the process of letting go, not of the memory. I am not asking you to pretend it never happened, but of the power you have given it over your present and your future. Let go of the anger, the bitterness, the resentment that has been eating away at you from the inside. Let go of the need for revenge, for vindication, for them to finally understand what they did to you. Let go of the fantasy that if you just hold onto the hurt tightly enough, somehow justice will be served, because unforgiveness is not hurting them, it is hurting you. Unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. It is a prison you build for yourself, thinking you are locking them in, but you are the one who ends up trapped, so release them. Not because they deserve forgiveness, they may not. Not because what they did was okay, it was not. But because you deserve freedom. You deserve to live without the constant weight of bitterness dragging you down. You deserve to experience joy without the shadow of resentment darkening every good moment. You deserve to move forward into the future I have planned for you without the chains of the past holding you back. So give them to me. Give me the anger, give me the hurt, give me the desire for revenge. Let me be the judge. Let me settle the accounts. Let me bring justice in my way and in my time. Your job is not to punish them. Your job is to heal, and you cannot heal while you are still clutching the very thing that wounded you. So open your hands. Let it fall, let it go, and as you do, you will feel something shift. Not immediately, perhaps, not all at once. But gradually over time you will notice that the weight is lighter, the anger does not flare up as quickly, the bitterness does not taste as sharp, the resentment does not occupy as much space in your thoughts. And in the space that pain used to occupy, new things begin to grow. Hope, joy, peace, freedom, room in your heart that was consumed by hurt becomes available for love. Energy that was drained by bitterness gets redirected toward purpose. and you discover that forgiveness does not make you weak. It makes you powerful, because it takes tremendous strength to release what hurt you. It takes profound courage to choose healing over hatred, and you are stronger than you know, beloved. You are braver than you feel. You are more capable of this than you think. So take the first step today. Just one small step toward forgiveness, toward release, toward freedom, and I will meet you in that step and give you strength for the next one. Now I need to address one more lie that has been tormenting you, the lie that you are being punished. I know you have wondered if the difficulties in your life are divine payback for past mistakes. If the hardships are cosmic justice for your failures, if the struggles are my way of making you pay for the times you have disappointed me. But beloved, that is not how I operate. That is not who I am. Yes, there are consequences to choices. Yes, sin causes damage in our lives and the lives of others. Yes, we live in a broken world where bad things happen, but I am not sitting in heaven with a ledger tallying up your failures and deciding how to punish you for them. Jesus already took the punishment. Every sin, every mistake, every failure, every rebellion, he bore it all on the cross. And when he cried out, "It is finished," he meant it. The debt was paid in full. There is no punishment left, no penalty remaining, no payback required. So what you are experiencing now is not my wrath being poured out on you. It is life in a fallen world where pain and difficulty and injustice exist. But even in the midst of that, even in the middle of trials that were not directly caused by your choices, I am working. I am taking even the consequences of your past mistakes and redeeming them. I am transforming your pain into purpose. I am turning your mess into a message. I am using your test as a testimony that will one day bring hope to someone else walking through the same valley. Nothing is wasted with me, beloved. Not your failures, not your detours, not your darkest moments. I redeem it all. So stop punishing yourself for what I have already forgiven. Stop carrying guilt for sins I have already removed as far as the east is from the west. Stop living under condemnation when there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. You are forgiven, completely, fully, forever. Walk in that freedom, live from that place of grace. Let it transform how you see yourself, how you move through the world, how you relate to me. Because when you truly grasp that you are forgiven, everything changes. The shame loses its grip. The guilt loses its power. The past loses its ability to define your future. And you step into the freedom that has already been purchased for you, the freedom that has been waiting for you to receive it. So receive it today, beloved. You are forgiven. You are clean. You are mine. Now, my precious child, it is time for you to rise. I know you have felt weak for so long that weakness feels like your identity. I know you have struggled for so many years that you cannot remember what it felt like to be strong. I know there have been mornings when you did not think you could face another day, nights when you were not sure you could make it until morning. But I am telling you today something you need to believe with every fiber of your being. You are not weak. You are a warrior, forged in the fires of adversity, strengthened through trials, refined through suffering that would have destroyed someone with less resilience. You are like a sharp spearhead cutting through wind and resistance, piercing through obstacles that would stop others in their tracks. Not because of your own power, you have learned how limited that is, but because my power rests on you. My strength flows through you. My courage rises in you when your own is exhausted, and my power is unlimited, undiminished, unstoppable. The enemies that have surrounded you, fear, anxiety, depression, doubt, despair, hopelessness, they may seem overwhelming from your perspective, but from mine they are nothing. They are defeated foes pretending to have power they no longer possess, and when I speak, they must bow. So I am speaking over you right now in this very moment. Fear, release your grip on my child. Anxiety, you have no authority here. Depression, your season of influence is over. Doubt, you must flee from this life. Despair, your hold is broken. Hopelessness, you are a liar and your time is up. I am declaring freedom over your mind. I am speaking peace over your emotions. I am commanding breakthrough over your circumstances. I am releasing provision over your finances. I am pronouncing healing over your body. I am establishing purpose over your future. Receive this, beloved. Let my words sink deeper than any lie you have believed. Let them take root in the soil of your spirit and grow into unshakable conviction. Let them become more real to you than what you see with your eyes, or feel in your body, or hear in the voices around you, because my truth is greater than your circumstances. My reality is more solid than the temporary situations you are facing. And when you stand on my truth, when you build your life on my word, your reality must eventually shift to align with it. The mountains in your path are already crumbling. You may not see it yet, but the foundation is cracking, the structure is weakening, and soon the entire obstacle will collapse into dust at your feet. The giants that have intimidated you are already falling. You may not see them on the ground yet, but they have been struck. They are losing their balance, and their defeat is certain. The walls that have confined you are already collapsing. You may still feel trapped, but the walls are shaking, the mortar is crumbling, and freedom is closer than you think. I am making a way where there was no way. I am opening doors that no human hand can shut. I am bringing provision from sources you never imagined. I am orchestrating connections that will change the trajectory of your life. I am positioning you for breakthrough that will leave you in awe of my faithfulness, and you are going to walk through it, not someday in the distant future, soon, sooner than you think, sooner than seems possible from where you are standing right now. So do not give up. Do not quit when you are this close to the finish line. Do not surrender when victory is within reach. Do not stop believing when the answer is about to manifest. Keep going, beloved. One more step, one more day, one more breath. Put one foot in front of the other, even when you cannot see the path clearly. Keep your eyes on me, even when everything around you is chaos. Hold onto my promises, even when circumstances seem to contradict them, because I am with you. I have always been with you in every season, through every struggle, during every moment you felt utterly alone. I will always be with you from this day forward until eternity, never leaving, never abandoning, never giving up on you. Nothing can separate you from my love, nothing in your past, nothing in your present, nothing in your future, not your mistakes, not your failures, not your doubts, not your fears, not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not the present, not the future, not any powers. Not height, not depth, not anything in all creation. Nothing can separate you from my love. This is not poetic exaggeration. This is bedrock truth. This is the foundation on which you can build your entire life. My love for you is eternal, unshakable, unchanging. It was there before you took your first breath. It will be there long after you take your last. It does not fluctuate with your performance. It does not depend on your faithfulness. It is not earned by your goodness or forfeited by your failures. It simply is constant, steady, sure, like the sunrise that comes every morning whether you see it or not. My love is always there, always shining, always warm, always life-giving. So rest in it, beloved. Let it be the place you return to when everything else is uncertain. Let it be the truth you cling to when everything else is shaking. Let it be the foundation on which you stand when the ground beneath you feels unstable. You are loved, you are seen, you are known. You are valued, you are treasured, you are mine, and nothing will ever change that. So go now into your day, into your week, into your future, carrying this truth with you. Go knowing that you are not alone in whatever you are facing. Go with confidence that I am working all things together for your good. Go with the assurance that your best days are not behind you but ahead of you. Go with the certainty that I am fighting for you, providing for you, healing you, restoring you, transforming you. You are going to make it through this valley. You are going to overcome this obstacle. You are going to see my goodness in the land of the living. And one day, you will look back on this season and testify of my faithfulness. You will tell others how I carried you when you could not walk. You will share how I provided when there seemed to be no way. You will declare how I healed what seemed broken beyond repair. And your story will give hope to someone else who is walking through their own dark valley right now. Your testimony will strengthen someone else who is facing their own giant. Your victory will inspire someone else to keep believing when they want to give up. This is why you cannot quit now, beloved. Not just for your own sake, but for theirs. There are people waiting on the other side of your breakthrough who need to hear your story. So keep going, keep trusting, keep believing. I am with you every step of the way. You are loved beyond measure. You are never alone, and you are victorious, because I have already won. Amen.